Oh my gosh. Hello. So please carry me. Hello.
Hello. Okay. Audio seems good. It seems good too.
Yeah, that looks fine to me.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it shouldn't be too much of a close match, so it should be okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're chilling. So it's your. Oh. Wait, it's written on the. Okay. Dope. Yeah, I guess we are live. Welcome everyone.
Hey, how's it going? Back with another match of Enri's Reddington Showdown Annihilation. Very big mouthful. Just call it ESSA. But yeah, last
Yeah.
match of quarterfinals weekend between ninerik and a name that I cannot pronounce because I do not speak Polish.
Tomasz?
I think it's like Tomasz for the first name, but I'm not too sure.
It's Tomasz. It's Tomasz. Let's just
Gotcha.
keep things easy.
Alright. Well, with that out of the way, rolls went in the favor of ninerik, so he will be opting for the second ban, which also means he protects second. Tomas decides to pick second as well, so ninerik will be having first pick whenever that rolls around. Rintor protects, and Tomas is going to protect S8.
Okay, interesting protect. It's probably one of the hardest map in the pool. It's going to be the full burst DT map. It's going to be 360 ppm burst. So it can be tricky for some of the players, and well, apparently it doesn't seem to be his case. And we need to have the protect from ninerik. It's going to be on the gimmick, the S14. So it's going to be the AR7 KTG awkward flowing map. Not too much speed, but very gimmicky.
So the near opposites in what they want to protect for their picks, or potentially pick later down the line. But with those out of the way, it's going to be into the bans, and yeah, for anyone unfamiliar, whoever bans first will also does the protects first. So then, chic, it's going to be the Crimsonic Dimension ban, S15.
Yeah, makes sense. This map, or you can play it or you cannot play it. It's pretty much a pure stamina check, and it will definitely show if you don't have enough stamina for this. S9 is going to be banned instead of ninerik. So it can be pretty hard in terms of the frame and the aim control because of the CS, and some of the patterns can be very tricky and very chain missable because you cannot lock on those.
Yeah, we're in the stage of the tourney where there's 2 bans per player, so one more round of bans. Once again, back to Tomas.
Yep. And he's banning S6. Something it's going to be more oriented to the tech. It's going to be banned. Also, some can be also in AR 10.3. And it can be very tricky to just be consistent on it. And also, if you cannot read well this map, it can be definitely a challenge. S5 is going to be the ban from ninerik. Way more of a map than a speed map. Of course, it does contain a lot of element of speed. We're still in a speed cup, but maybe ninerik just don't want to play too much aim, and also one of the easiest map in the pro. So you gotta ban those if you're ninerik. You're seed 1 for a reason.
Yeah, as a seed 1, he's definitely would be considered the most well-rounded of all the speed players in this tourney, and there's a lot of them. And he's going to start off with Sayate no Kotoba. It's our no mod 248 BPM pick.
Yeah, should be a pretty fairly standard pick. It's definitely more on the stamina check. There's also some finger control, even though it's not too bad because of the sliders. You have to switch between the patterns and the patterns after you finish one, pretty much on the stamina. And sometimes it can result to some 100s because you time them unwell. And so, because it's an accuracy battle, it can definitely end up mattering.
Yeah, accuracy battles, you have to be consistently vigilant throughout the map. No amount of combo advantage is going to really help you out in any regard, and we're already underway. A little bit of act jitters from both players, but it's not really going to matter too much in the grand scheme of things. Also, one of the longer maps in the pool at 3 minutes and 22 seconds. That's usually the par for the course with the no mods.
Yep. Also, there's pretty much 3 KIs in this map, so we gotta look for those accuracy drops mostly there. So you can see some stamina check already during even the slow part, quote unquote. So this is definitely some parts where you can also drop some accuracy, as well as tomasz is for now is going to be a little bit behind in terms of the accuracy, being on the 96 compared to 99 on ninerik.
Yeah, that's a really big uphill battle for tomasz at the moment. Just has to double S as much as the map as possible, and it's not really happening. That is a long stream of 100s right there. ninerik, no signs of slowing down. 98.7 on his end. And already looking to rebuild towards 99.
Yeah, ninerik is definitely just holding strong. I mean, again, definitely the most favored player in the entire tournament, and spring why. Being still on the 99, tomasz struggling a bit on the stamina aspect, having the 93. Can definitely recover, but yeah, he will have to look for some mistakes from ninerik.
There is a reason why this dude won solo speed showdown, Xylus's 1v1 speed tourney back in summer 2022. And it's showing he really has proven himself over those past 2 years to show why he's effectively the best speed player at the moment.
Yeah.
See how comfortable he is compared to tomasz. My goodness, 99.2 versus 94.
Yeah, tomasz is going to end up understreaming a little bit that pattern, giving him the 94%. But, you know, if you're tomasz, well, of course you could rebuild that accuracy, but you have to look for some mistakes from ninerik at this point, because if accuracy just stays like this, if everybody just hit everything perfectly, it's still going to be a point for ninerik.
At the break, definitely by the score disparity can already have a big inference as to how much accuracy ninerik has, and tomasz knows it's not pretty, the difference between the two players.
Yep. Also worth mentioning that ninerik is still on the ESSA, of course. It's not really mattering, but still pretty cool.
Just a bonus. Well, always nice to get a little bragging rights. But, like, really see how comfortable he's been. tomasz is just looking towards the drawing boards for his next pick. First to 6, though, so not too much wiggle room to go with.
Oh, what? tomasz also chen missing a little bit, getting more 100s here and there, more 50s. He knows that it's pretty much over. Yeah. It is not really going to be close for the first pick, which makes sense. You know, it's the first pick from ninerik. You're gonna make it happen. You're gonna have your first pick being strong, and this is definitely the case. Having the FC 99.47 from ninerik, that's already definitely a big score.
Yeah, that is a really, really big discrepancy between the two at the moment. But tomasz just gonna go straight into his own protect as the swift response pick. Nostalgic blood of the strife.
I think that we definitely didn't see a ton on stream. Oh wait, no, we did. What am I? Okay, I'm actually copium. Now it's going to be, of course, the big speed, big burst map. As I said, definitely one of the hardest, or if the hardest map in the pool. Is just extremely brutal. Also, in terms of the reading, can be a tiny bit tricky. But yeah, it's explosive.
Yeah, 360 BPM adjusted with DT is definitely going to cause a lot of high density issues.
Yep.
Small stumble from ninerik, and there's a little bit of a larger stumble as tomasz is now going to acquire the lead.
And ninerik this time is going to struggle definitely more than tomasz. That lead is actually quite good already with a 3% lead. It's only the
See, through all these bursts and the fast reverse sliders, tomasz about 4% ahead, and ninerik can definitely notice by the differences between the two that this is probably looking towards the next map. With how short this is as well, 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, big props for tomasz to definitely spot a potential weakness on ninerik, even though it's not that big of a weakness, but that's still a weakness. tomasz definitely could take this one home. It is 96%. 96% on this map is not very legal.
That it's really, really good.
That's a
not even
really
that
good
bad.
score. Yeah, 93 is really good. 95 is like quite the performance here. So definitely answering instantly with his own pick, and what a great pick that was. That protect definitely paid off.
Yeah, just way more proficient on the bursts, and it was a 1 slider break run as well, so a slight bit unfortunate that couldn't get the FC as an added bonus, but a win is a win. And now it's into Pallid Gamma. This map is I was familiar with the map when it was played as a warm-up during Speed Cup back in 2020, and it's basically just full of a bunch of dreams.
Yep.
And there's nothing else to it.
Yeah, it's pure death streams. There's, especially at the end, you can definitely choke if you don't have the stamina at the end, which tomasz definitely lacking compared to ninerik so far in this matchup. So ninerik definitely favorite on this palette map.
Yeah, absolutely in the nearest comfort zone. And I just remembered that this was actually not a warm-up, this was a pick in Speed Cup 3, but they had to nerf the BPM to 255 at the time because reasons. And yeah, you could definitely see the difference between the two on this map. Not the best intro for tomasz, 93 versus 98.8 for ninerik.
It's still recoverable just because of the ending. Like, of course you can get 93, but because this map is really short and the end does have quite a ton of density, ninerik could also choke, finding some hundreds and 50s, but going to be tomasz finding more hundreds on that stream. And yeah, it doesn't look too good for tomasz right now.
Yeah, especially considering this is not a long map at all. This is as short as the previous map. This is 1 minute and 19, only 7 seconds longer. You can already see, it's already at the outro. And unless some miracle happens, tomasz is about to give up this point. But fortunately, it wasn't his own. So, ninerik, with a 98.8% on his second pick, is going to acquire his second point. tomasz to respond.
Alright. And now it's going to be tomasz speaking again. He definitely showed a lot of strength in the raw spin. Wait, he's picking S14? What?
No, that was the protected pick from
ninerik. That's the... Is the protect from ninerik? I don't
feels
get
comfortable in his own right.
Yeah, and we're finally seeing this map. It has been banned so many times. We're going to see it, and it's going to be the Air 9 after DT. get the gist of the map. In terms of pure speed, it's definitely not the biggest challenge, but the patterns and the reading will come in action. And it will definitely be the struggle if you cannot adapt very well at the beginning of the map. And again, this map is extremely short. They're really picking to the shortest map in the pool. What the hell?
Yeah, 3 short maps in a row. Including this one, the past 3 maps have been less than 80 seconds drain time, so probably just looking to get whatever they can over with, and in that case, I'm not too sure. That's what my like internal rationale is saying, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see these grid-like patterns.
Yep.
Here
It
we
can
go
be
in.
really difficult to just time. It's the hardest part.
Yeah, one of the maps where like the BPM itself isn't really the main limiting factor for these players. Slight stumble from ninerik, but a couple more act drops from tomasz does swing it back over, and both of these players are finding a good amount of chain misses or chain 100s. Swing the act leads back and forth, and now we're about neck and neck, about 0.7 between the 2 players. So relatively close, even at halfway.
Yeah, ninerik is going to have the lead for now, but there's still a key eye coming at the end of the map, so nothing is decided yet. There's a whole percent advantage for him, but doesn't really want to blood with that
this
one.
Is close. The accuracy drops from ninerik. It's gonna swing things over. More chain misses though, and the act drops. So now it's 1% in favor of ninerik.
There's one final panel at the end, but I think tomasz did find too many misses at the end, too many hundreds. That's going to be the first breakpoint into the map, into the match. ninerik is going to take this one home, 3-1 lead, and it's going to be a pick 2.
Yeah, just like it wasn't too bad from from tomasz at the very start of it, as well as all the way up to like the 2/3 section. Just small blunder in the final parts that ultimately swung things over. So that was still pretty competitive. tomasz could have had it, but it is what it is, and then Eric's gonna look to consolidate with his next pick.
And tomasz wanted to pick right after that, but no, it is not his pick. Yeah.
Little a bit hasty to attempt the double dip right there, but you know, anyone would probably feel tempted to try that. The demons in them wanting to get as much of an edge as possible. It's going to be a Trinitarian Symphony coming out from ninerik.
Okay, so it's going to be a Death Streams again. ninerik loves picking into that. Yeah, he loves picking into that, especially against tomasz. tomasz so far showing some weakness in the stamina, and just ninerik be like, okay, so I'm going to pick every stamina intensive map and see what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's just really rough for tomasz.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the worst thing. Both like tomasz like also knows like this, and so it's like another case of like it may be another case of like, yeah, you're not gonna go down without a fight, but also realistically look towards the next pick. But you know, take them one at a time, one at a time. And this is one of the longer maps in the pool, so plenty of opportunity for either side to have errors.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just a small about ninerik DC, apparently. Is it going to be on his internet? Let me check.
Maintenance in the afternoon? I'm kidding, I don't even know what's happening over there, so.
ninerik's internet died. His stream did got cut. So we have to wait pretty much for ninerik. That's pretty interesting.
passing the time. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I've seen someone's internet cut out like mid-match, and it effectively forced a bit of a wait, unless realistically it could end up being a bit of a delay. I don't like delay to like another time. Not too sure.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just like definitely not an FF because well, ninerik is definitely favorite on this one. I don't know if he wants to
Hey, there he
FF this
is.
match.
Back in.
And yeah, he's back on the lobby. His stream is still not back, I would guess. But I guess he's going to play for now. I'll check his stream just in case to know what's going on. All about just the times that he can come back, because I don't know if this is going to apply here, but in some cases, by the time someone come back, the more time you're taking, the more you're going to let points to the opponents. I don't know if it could be a rule here that could apply, or it's just going to be fair and square, just fair play and waiting for the ninerik to come back. I guess it depends on host and just ref and stuff. I know ninerik is already coming back and all safe. And that's pretty fair play also from tomasz to just wait, and that's it.
Not really much. Yeah, realistically speaking, though, not really much like that can be done from either player's end.
Yeah. There's some players that would definitely like ask for, oh my god, cool, can I just have a point on the board, No, here we're just chilling. Okay, apparently he's on the game. And here we are. Test streams. Here we are. Very stamina intensive again. ninerik definitely favorite on this map. And by quite a lot. This map is also really long.
Yeah, you can already see the 100s coming out from tomasz. And that's a good amount of 50s and a miss. Just gonna drop him down to 93. ninerik holding
That's
still
fine.
100.
Honestly, that's really fine, because like there's plenty of maps to come back, a lot of density. Just like it's not going to end up a lot at the end. Of course, it's pretty much a rough start, and especially against an SS from ninerik. But he can definitely come back. And just ninerik holding up the SS. I think this is really scary.
Yeah.
It's just really, really scary.
1/4 of the way in, and they're not even showing any signs of slowing down. Still on the double S. tomasz has recovered to a fairly decent accuracy, but not really in any position to look for the taking back the advantage.
Oh yeah, also...
And with those act drops. Ouch.
Yeah, there's some 1/3s in this map, especially at the middle of the map during the key eye. And so this is potentially where we're going to see the most hundreds. But,
Yeah,
oh my god, tomasz. Oh.
Oh, that's just not good. Yeah, you dropped a whole 2% off that. Oh, but it actually may have just been client lag. As for ninerik, he did drop 100, maybe 2, but that's nowhere close to the amount needed for tomasz to get things rolling on his end. He's still 3% behind. 4% behind, actually. I miscounted. I cannot do math.
It's okay, it's okay. But
And yeah, here
again,
goes one-thirds.
it's just going to be another case of ninerik has to find mistakes here, or the map is over. Like, he will have to drop some hundreds at some point in order for Tomasz to come back.
And yeah, the one-thirds back into the 1/4. It trips up tomasz, but not ninerik. 99.46 versus 94.1.
Map's still
Yeah,
not
it's
over
looking-
though.
Not over, but definitely one that with a really improbable chance of comeback.
Yeah.
And at the
No.
break earlier, about like 2/3 of the way in or so, like tomasz definitely probably like saw how far ahead the score was and knows. And roll right there, he definitely knows more. He's over double the score, so definitely knows that the accuracy is also pretty good.
Yeah, more hundreds from Tomasz, more 50s. And on ninerik, that was 100 coming up from him. And that's it. Chilling on his 99.5%. Like it's something normal.
It's a fairly straightforward day of picking into these straightforward standard BPM high length streams for ninerik. That is 3 out of 4 of his points so far. And the accuracy is just like kind of a statement for don't pick this into me or else you're instantly losing.
Yeah.
Let me pick it and freely win instead.
I mean, it's just there's not a lot that you can do against Seed 1 sometimes. And this is one of those cases. And we're going to see a banger map. OWC custom map. It was on no mods. I think it was on no mod 5 before. And this time we're going to have it on HR, making it AR10. AR10 and OD10, of course, which makes it difficult. It's going to be the finger control speed. And,
Yeah.
insane map.
It's like a lot of 1/4 into 1/6, so that makes 255 BPM like burst that you have to instantly swap back to 170 BPM like stream tapping. And then also factoring in like certain levels of like aim control here and there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad if it wasn't for the OD10 pretty much. But the OD10 is making this map extremely hard.
Though it should alleviate some note lock concerns, so hopefully both players don't have too many troubles. It's early stumbles for both players, but nothing too bad so far. And as I say that, there was a little bit of a large lead for ninerik, but now it's it dropped back to 1%, and now it's at 2% now.
It's still fairly close, you know. That kind of lead is definitely not stable. It's going to be a small lead.
Like that.
Oh yeah, coming back to tomasz right up because of that chain miss.
Only for it to swing back to ninerik because of some more act drops. This is the fun thing about act tourneys. When you see, when it's a map that both players are definitely very competitive on, no one has a clear advantage because both players will have a certain act drop and just keep swinging back and forth. The differences. And yeah, at that very small break right there, they definitely have a feeling that the score is relatively close.
No,
so they both have to be very visual.
Yeah, ninerik also is struggling quite a bit on the aim. So dropping few misses here and there, of course recovering after on the speed, but it's still going to be few misses that is still going to tank a little bit his hack. So it's not going to be too bad for tomasz. He can still come back on this map, you know, that lead, he can definitely come back just at the end, just like that.
Really, really dire, or I wouldn't say dire, that's not the right word, but it's just a bit hard for him because every time ninerik has a good amount of act drops, tomasz also has like a similar amount dropped, so just never able to get that window where he could take things back in his own hands. But there's this one last section right here that could swing things anyway.
Yeah, it could. It definitely could. So far, it doesn't seem to be the case. There's not really 100s, but Tomasz is going to be the first one to drop a ton of accuracy on that pattern.
Yeah.
And we can
Not
swing, but
looking like
that's
it.
not big. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
Very, very close throughout, but ultimately ninerik by 0.95% is going to acquire a 5-1 scoreline. Always love the fact that since we're on score v2 win condition, then it doesn't obey our specific like custom overlay win conditions. So that
Yep.
has to be fixed.
True. That was definitely a good pick. You know, Tomasz definitely knows what to pick against ninerik. And that's always really nice to see that, you know, strategies definitely paid off. But, you know, when you're ninerik, you're like, okay, I can play quite a bit of everything and I'll be fine on every map. So strategy definitely working, but unfortunately, it's not going to work this time. ninerik could pick, it could pick into the last stage or map. It's going to
Yep,
be
it
on
is.
S7. Yeah. It's more stamina. Imagine you're ninerik and you have a game plan, it's picking stamina into stamina into stamina into stamina. And it's paying off and it's paying off and it's paying off. And I would say that it's still favorite on this map. And it doesn't really smell good for Tomasz.
Yeah, this map was the high BPM free mod in Grand Finals that Archer FC'd and Zayson got a 900k hidden score on in their match against the United States. So not many people got a good Hard Rock score on it though. So gonna be interesting to see how it fares about half a year down the line.
Yep. Worth mentioning also, it was a custom song in order to say. And yeah, definitely stamina intensive does involve sometimes some aim, but stamina is definitely mostly going to be the factor here. Tomasz dropping a few hundreds, few misses here and there, but plenty of time to recover. This is not the shortest map in the pool.
Yeah, and right off the bat, tomasz just not having a good start. Versus ninerik, smooth sailing at 99.
Yep. So far, it's not going to be too close. Plenty of time to come back. Of course, we do have still those test streams. Ninerik could still miss an aim. Jumping few hundreds, but already responded by Tomasz and by quite a bit. And yeah, ninerik is shredding the map by yeah. Like, why can you do? Like, we all knew that ninerik was definitely favorite, but like, what can you even do in this match?
I got zero idea. ninerik is just still holding that FC halfway through the map, and
so the average
it's already looking pretty over at this point. Yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
no, I just like saw that break on its slider, and that was a little rough. Okay, there's that miss. There's a miss right there. Now, I don't think that's going to beat out Rectigon's score, especially with more misses, but that accuracy is way above almost everything. I think that accuracy is above Rectigon's when he played that in his matchups. So
Yeah. I mean, that 99 on this map is just crazy. And yes,
oh, absolutely.
as the chat mentioned, is like Tomasz definitely playing good this match and definitely had a strategy, definitely like tries everything that he can, you know. And
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's been playing very well, and there's a reason why he was still on the winners bracket. But he's going to drop in the losers because, yeah, I can see one.
Yeah. He wasn't playing too bad at all. Just that ninerik is just that good. 724,000, 3 miss, 250s, 98.99% overall accuracy.
Number
Like,
99.
just below it, that is rough, but, I mean, overall, yeah, this is the number 1 seed. Taking out the
Yeah.
number 8 in a 6-1. And it's usually by quarterfinals where the matches between the higher seeds usually start being a little competitive. While it was at some points, the scoreline just a fair bit lopsided. But a win is a win. Congrats to ninerik.
Yeah. It was very nice to see in the matchups overall that we're going to have for both of those players. We're going to have Tomasz against Dane in the loser bracket, which I think sounds really nice on paper. And ninerik versus Curtis on the winner's side. Again, some really good matchup. And yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be it. I think there was already the Maple showcase that happened. Yeah, it was pretty much yesterday. So the next match is pretty much going to be this weekend, so on Saturday or on Sunday, or if there's a reschedule on Friday, we're going to have a match on Friday. Yeah.
That, I think we should be able to close it out right around here. That has wrapped up quarterfinals weekend, as said. Top 12 is now going to be for the final 3 weeks. And yeah, I've been Freddy. Thank you to Crystal for co-commentating, to Rush for streaming, Flapsec for refereeing, and we'll see you all next weekend.
Yes, yeah.